Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yogi-yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 206. Rob Hoback here. Today is Friday, May the 10th. Thank you for joining us. As always, happy that you're here. Honored and humbled if you came back, and especially if you told somebody. So thank you, like for reals. It's Freaky Friday. It's time to get to work, so let's go. First things first, still the realist. I'm also amused. What is it that I'm amused about? Well, for I don't know 206 days now. We've been making videos. A lot of times we talk about the juice, and when I say we, I talk about me, right? The juice. We've been through this. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. Some people call it karma. Whatever. It's that. Whatever it is that connects all of us, right? Where we can just you can't explain it, right? And so yesterday was another example of the juice doing its thing. So I made that video talking about how, you ever feel like you knew something was coming, right? So, and I send it out, and as I'm sending it out, I get a text message from somebody in our group that was like, hey, I was just picking up the phone to text you, and I got the notification that the video just came out. And I'm thinking, just wait till you watch the video. It gets even better, right? So I love it when that stuff happens. It used to freak me out, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a minute and tell you guys about this. I remember a couple years ago now when this first started like clicking in my head, I'm like, wait a minute. I think that I don't know. Like this just kind of freaks me out. And I was telling the creeper about it on the phone. And I was like, bro, you can't deny some of this stuff that when I'll think about somebody and then they call, or I think about something and then, a moment later I'm in that situation. And he was like, nah, you should, creeper, I got to tell this, right? He even said, he's like, you should stop talking like that. You sound like a crazy man. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So hang up the phone with him, and I'm cussing him in my mind. I'm like, this is a typical conversation with the creeper because he doesn't understand it. Therefore, I must be crazy. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I've been dealing with this shit my entire life. So I go into the hotel bar, and I do what I normally do. Like when I'm like upset, I'm like, all right, how about I just have a drink and just sit here and figure this out? So I come into the hotel, sit down. Girl comes up, and she's like, sir, I'll be right with you. And she goes down to the end of the bar at the hotel, which is like 5 steps away, and continues in this conversation with these guys. And they're talking about having premonitions and how some people have them, some people don't, blah, 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 just on and on and on. Literally the same conversation I just had with the creeper 5 minutes before that in the car. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm tired of people telling me I'm crazy. No offense, creeper. Actually, yeah, I don't care if you're offended or not, but stuff happens, right? It happens. And if you believe that there's a blueprint out there for you and that perhaps there are times when we can see things before they happen, like isn't that a blessing, right? That you're able to prepare in your mind of what's about ready to happen. I love it. And I find it amusing. And so I feel like the more I nurture that, the more that's going to come. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to my thank yous. Yeah, thank yous. How about the Wild Unicorns? We had a game last night. 2 weeks since our last game. Rain, wet, just the whole nine. And so here's what you need to know about my thank yous with the Wild Unicorns. We're still undefeated. Addison is still my favorite player and one of my favorite human beings of all time. Local sports management continues to be disappointing. It's a joke. So last night, sitting on the couch, just trying to watch the 76ers and Toronto game and dozing off. And I start getting a bunch of text messages. It's at 9:15, 9:30 last night. The organization that runs our baseball softball league sends out and says, hey, you're making up one of your games that was rained out tomorrow night at 6:00. What? Like we don't even get 24 hours notice. So, and then there was lots of complaining by parents, as you would, right? Like you gotta give us a little bit of note. Instead of complaining about like I normally do, it just reminds me there's a massive opportunity. People will pay for convenience. Just there's something there. All right. So moving on to the question of the day. All right. Question of the day is, are some people really luckier than others? Right? You know, we've all been in this situation. Rod Stewart sang a song about it. Some guys have all the love. Remember that one? Yeah, Barb, you remember that one. That's back in my formative years. Here's my point. Is I used to think, well, some people are luckier, right? It just seems like their life is just easier than others, right? And so, you know, like, all right, well, I want some of that. And so I don't think people are luckier than others. I think that overall, you know, because there are moments in life, right? Right place, right time. But even that, I would challenge, is a matter of preparation, right? Honing your craft, being whatever it is, your life, like know what you want out of your life and put yourself in positions where there's a high degree of likelihood that something good's going to happen to you, right? Same way, right? Like if we make bad decisions and we keep saying, hey, I'm going to put myself in this situation and hopefully it works out all right for me. And I get it. We love the drama. But my point is this, if we continue to put ourselves in situations, it's like interviewing for jobs, right? People are like, how did somebody get that job? Well, then when they applied for it, right? How'd that person get that house? Well, they made a low offer on it eventually. Just things like that, right? Like they're not sitting around and waiting for things to happen. They're making things happen. And a lot of times it doesn't work out, right? A lot of times they'll put themselves in a position, apply for a job, make an offer on a house, try something new. And a lot of times that just fails in silence. And none of us know. All we see is the result when something positive happens. And then, man, I don't want to be one of those people sitting on sideline. Yeah, that guy, he's lucky. His dad left him some money. His boss this. But nope. Don't buy it. Make our own luck, right? I'm convinced that it's two things, right? You ready for these? And Barb, I'll give you a second to get your pen or pencil. The creeper's probably getting out a crayon. I would say something about Uncle Jay after the creeper, but they don't want to be intertwined anymore. Anyway, here's what I think is: you got to have a plan, right? If we don't have a plan, we're wandering aimlessly. We're like a trash bag in the wind, right? So if you got a plan and you're confident in your plan, I'm telling you, I think good things will happen to you. Now, I think I know, right? Like if we're vibrating at the level where we're attracting, say, I want good stuff coming my way. I know exactly what I want. Guess what's going to happen? That's right, Aunt Barb. You're going to get what you asked for. All right. It's the difference of chasing a dream life, what you want out of your life, or driving to go get there. Those are two different things, right? Like if you know where you're going and you're in charge, you're just going to get in your car and drive. Maybe you're going to walk, whatever, but you have purpose, you have direction. Whereas if you're chasing something, you're at the mercy of someone or something else. Big difference. Hands up, peace out. We are better together. I hope you guys have a great Freaky Friday. I'm on the road this weekend, so I'll see you from someplace else tomorrow morning. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you later. Deuces. Bye.